I've been talking to a lot of mortgage professionals recently about business planning. It's one of my favorite things to do. And here we are, fourth quarter of 2023. It's time for you to start thinking about what 2024 looks like. One of the conversations I've been having is not just about your business plan, but what is your personal growth plan? Now, what do I mean by that? You know, a lot of times we sit down at this time of the year and we're starting to identify, hey, what are the behaviors and disciplines that we want to execute on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis that are going to drive our business? We also start to dream a little. Hey, what does my business need to help me get from point A to point B? We start to take a look back at what were the things that we did that were wins, what were the things that we did that helped us learn, right? So that we can move forward to have a better year in the upcoming year. But one of the things I think we miss out on sometimes is, do you put together a growth plan? Right? A growth plan, by the way, is about your personal growth. It's about you getting better, me getting better. One of the things that I do every year is I sit down about this time and I start to think about what are some of the skills that I want to improve? What are some of the things that I want to get better at? Because at the end of the day, I can't give people what I don't have. So if there are some things that I could learn, if there's some skills that I could sharpen that would help me do my job better, that would help me execute on what my why is in this business, I want to pursue those. And so here's a couple of tips that you can look at. One of the things I do, like I said, is I sit down and I start to identify, hey, what are the books that I want to read for the upcoming year? I love to read, and it's probably the number one way that I use for my own personal growth. And if you're not a reader, I understand. Hey, by the way, Audible is fine too. For me, I'm a 10-page a day guy. And the reason I'm a 10-page a day guy is, man, sometimes I read pages and pages and pages and I realize I have no idea what I just read. Like my mind was off in space somewhere. But 10 pages a day helps me stay pretty focused. So reading is one. And because I like to read, a lot of people recommend books to me. And one of the things that I do when people recommend a book to me, it's easy to go right on Amazon and buy that book in like 2 clicks. I have it shipped to my house. When it comes, I write a little note to myself on the inside, reminding me who recommended the book to me and why, because I'm probably not gonna pick up the book right then and start reading it because I have other books in my queue that I'm wanting to read. But the other thing I started to take a look at is, what conferences do I want to attend in the upcoming year? What webinars or podcasts should I listen to? One of the things that I always like to do is, I only have so much time in the day, just like you, as I start to identify what are the things that I got the most out of. And I keep those, obviously. The things that I don't feel I got the most out of, I get rid of those and I might put a different podcast in place. But what I'm trying to encourage you today is, what are you doing to help yourself build out a growth plan? If there's anything that I can do, please know I'm always here to serve.